Hello. Well, hello and welcome to the adventures. We are having an adventure today. How are you? Thank you for being here. Give us a thumbs up and drop us a chat. Let us know who we're chatting with today. Our ride's a little bumpy, so just bear with me. So how are you today? I am doing great. I'm all excited and try to have some fun. We're almost to our destination. You guys, please do me a favor, give us a thumbs up and drop me a chat. Say hi. All right, looks like the good. Oh, crap. I told you, oh man, a lot of young girls over here at this time. Man, I tell you, this ride can be rough getting here. You don't know I'm disabled, so I have a little mobility scooter, and it's not a very good one. So I do my best with it, but I could really use a much better one, more equipped for the outdoors. Well, we are here. We're going to try to go fishing. Woohoo! Man. And I'll get everybody set up and I'll get us looking good and we can talk and chat. We're going to do some fishing today. I'm going to try to get my camera set up where you guys have a little bit better view if I can get it to work over here. So be patient with me as I move the camera around. Just be patient with me, guys. Oh, crap. Trying to get the camera to mount to this rail. So I'm having to adjust it, but thank you for being here. Morella, I am fishing for, that's a little bit better, right? Woo-wee. I'm going to be fishing for anything that bites, but the goal will be to catch some perch, maybe a catfish, maybe a bass. Anything I can convince. when you have mobility issues like myself, it takes me a couple minutes to kind of get organized so that I can get a fishing. So I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up in my pretty hat and letting me take a minute to get set up. So today we're gonna be trying to fish for catfish, bass, perch, all kinds of good stuff, my friend. To get our evening set up and set off here, I'm gonna try to So how are you folks doing in your part of the world today? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I'm baiting the hook with a little bit of worm. I'm gonna throw it out here and see if I can catch a fishy. 3 people in the house. Thank you guys for being here. All I ask is maybe give me a quick thumbs up and let me know who's here. Say hi. If you got questions about anything, you just feel free to ask. We can talk about almost anything. Oh crap, did I almost get a bite? I gotta wash my hands real quick. I don't like having dirty hands. So I'm washing my hand real quick. Kinda gotta get myself set up here, folks. Dock fishing, yes, yes indeed. What I'm here, I'm at a city lake or big city pond. I call it a pond. It's a big pond. Oh, I just had a bite and I missed it because I was talking to you kind folks. So I do. Well, that's all right. I'll catch him in a minute. Let me get some bait out in the water a little. Got a bunch of minnows. Shit. So yeah, I'm dock fishing. I'm at a little lake, a little city lake. I don't know how many acres it is, but it's not super big. But it's easy for me to get in and out of with my mobility scooter, is partly why I come here. And I guess the other reason is fishing's kind of easy here. So yeah, and this is a dock that crosses the whole entire lake, meaning it bisects the whole pond or lake. So you like fishing? Are you into fishing? So I'm gonna put a minnow out in my water, down on the bottom. Then I'm gonna throw a big old night crawler Yes, many, oops, I cut that worm in half. Many of times, saltwater piers and freshwater, but saltwater obviously is where you want to be when you're pier fishing. I love to fish off of jetties and piers. Um, but we are, there we go. Where we are located, we're actually in the central part of the United States. So we have no saltwater anywhere near us. So freshwater fishing it is. How about yourself? Do you like to fish? Have you been fishing off piers before? What kind of fish? I love to saltwater fish, but like I said, we currently don't live anywhere near saltwater. So, and this little place is close to my house. It's really easy to get to. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I've caught a ray before. I don't know which kind it was, to be honest. I don't know what they, I never caught one that big by any stretch. Because that's big. I know my wife, if I caught something like that, she would be very excited. And she'd be like, yay, what a good husband. Let's take it home. What part of the world were you in when you caught that? A big old butterfly ray. I've caught a lot of different saltwater fish. I've caught just about every freshwater fish I can think of. And I know when you're pier fishing, if you're serious into pier fishing, you have one of your own big baskets that you lower down into the water, which is really helpful apparently when you're dealing with the bigger fish to get them up. You may be 30, 40, 50 feet up from the water, and you don't want to have to keep trying to drag them to the shore and drag them to the shore. Oh, I got a turtle messing with me. That's going to be one of the problems. Is this little lake has a lot of dirt. Yes, I kind of do the same when we get to go down south, what I call down south where the Gulf of Mexico is. I use pretty much the same catfish rig. I do have some bigger rigs that I use from time to time. What the hell is that? Oh. But yeah, pretty much the same. I use what I'm using today a lot of times. And we like to catch little fish. Oh, I caught a turtle. Damn it. Glow sticks on mackerel. Okay. Man, that was a turtle. Turtle was trying to steal my little minnow. I think I'm going to have a turtle problem here today. So yeah, I'm familiar with a lot of that. And we've caught a lot of saltwater catfish. We've got a lot of redfish bottom fishing with squid, cut up squid. And it's fun to do. It's a lot of fun to fish that way. I'm a little bit more of a hunter fisherman, so to speak. I really like to fish like with Ambassador, bait casting reels. And I really enjoy fishing around structure and cover is what I really like. And I like topwater fishing and watching them bust the water and getting it for people in the house. Thank you guys for being here. Please give me a thumbs up if you would. And drop me a comment. Love. If you got a channel, let me know about it, and I'll go and subscribe to your channel when we get done here. So yeah, these basic catfish rigs that I use, I got my same ones. When I get done with them, when we go to the Gulf, I just literally, I just clean them really well. I wash them out with fresh water, and then they're pretty much ready to go, is what I do with them. Because I don't want the salt water to get into my reels. So I actually, I have saltwater reels, but the ones I have up here are not saltwater rigs. Yeah, just doesn't always, oh shit, hit another bite? No, oh, that was me. Yeah, yeah, you know, for me, I just love to fish. I encourage everybody to go fishing. I love to fish. I want to get another turtle on that damn minnow. So I might have to change my strategy. I love to fish, and I will fish for anything, anywhere. All you got to do is say, go fishing, and I'm there. I got a turtle again. 5 people in the house. And if you guys give me a thumbs up, would you? YouTube will appreciate me if you guys will give me a thumbs up. If you leave me a comment or make a comment with each other, I would appreciate that. I'm getting YouTube crazy. I mean, sorry, YouTube turtle crazy. You know, on my little bobber. So I got 2 rigs out. I got one with a night crawler, and I got one with a minnow out on the bottom because I'm trying to catch some catfish and maybe a bass swimming by. And then I got a little ultralight rod and reel set up here that I got a current bobber and a minnow on, and you can tell that poor those turtles are kicking its butt. So that's what I'm trying to fish on this one. I just don't think I'm gonna have any luck with it because of the turtles. But before I, you know, give up on it, and I'm using, and this is truly my little bitty perch hook. So the hook I'm using is really small. So whatever it takes, this is gonna really have to swallow it to get the hook in them. So I'm trying to have some fun while I kind of get myself adjusted. Thank you for the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It means the world to us out here doing YouTube and trying to make a living, or at least make enough money to buy my wife a nice gift from time to time. The thumbs ups and the shout outs and the super chats and the subscribing to our channels make all the world difference in the world for us. Because without those, we are just pretty much dead in the water. I need to rearrange my pole. So thank you guys very much for the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. So yeah, a small channel of YouTubers. I think I'm getting the turtle pulling on my my worm on the bottom. But us small channel YouTubers, you know, we struggle, and we tried to do everything we can to get that viral video and to make headway. But sometimes, you know, it takes a long time to make any headway. And so that's what we're doing here tonight. Jack is in the house. Hopefully there will be fish, not turtles. Jack, why are you green? Why is your color green, Jack? Why are you green? Did you somehow do something cool and change your color from blue to green? What did you do? I want to know. Because I want to do that. I like the green color. Well, so far it's been turtles, Jack. Turtles and a lot of cute girls. For some reason, there's a bunch of young girls around here. But I'm getting some bites. But I've already had a turtle. I didn't get him in because he let go. But I'm trying. And we'll just see what happens. But yeah, small little channels like ours, we have to do everything it seems in the world to try to make any serious headway, guys. And this is a really nice spot. Here, let me show you guys. Let me give you a view. So Jack, we're at the same location. We're just at a different part of the same location. It's kind of where we're at. Well, I don't know if you can tell. I need something to drink. Almost forgot. If you can't see it, you're green, Jack. I know your name is green now. And I don't know why you're green. Uh-oh, am I getting a turtle bite? I'm getting a turtle bite, and you can tell they're turtle bite. You can tell they're a turtle bite because they won't take the minnow and run with it. They just take it and go, rah, 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 and they eat it. But I'm also getting a bite over here on my minnow that's on the bottom of the ground, of the lake, or whatever you want to call it, the bottom fishing. I'm getting some action there. We'll just kind of figure it out, Jack. Maybe everybody's green today. Maybe I've done something. Everybody who has a wrench maybe is green. I don't know. Maybe I did something in my settings. But I'm starting to get my my mobile fishing figured out. You know, I got a battery pack to take with me to cover the phone battery. I know how to carry my fishing poles. I know how to bring my minnow bucket. I'm fishing minnows today and worms. I'm not using liver. I'm not using liver today, man. That was too stinky for me. Man, there's a big piece of brush right there. Them turtles, which is all right. Let me get another minnow. This is my $5 Walmart collapsible bucket, minnow bucket thing. Regularly $15, but we got it on clearance for $5. And I asked for a dozen of minnows at the bait store, and I only paid for a dozen. But hell, they gave me like 3 or 4 dozen, which is really nice. God dang it. But he also told me that they don't make any money off of bait. I'm a non-mainstream. What? How is that possible? I don't know what you mean. Hang on, Jack. I gotta figure out how to hook this minnow. I gotta figure out how to hook the minnow. Hang on. Okay. Let me dry my thumb. Try now, Jack. Come on, minnow, swim. That minnow's just being lazy. That minnow's just being a lazy ass. I didn't hurt that minnow. He's just being lazy under the water. He's not swimming. He needs to swim. I didn't bring him here not to swim. No, you got, yeah, there you are. Oh, I see. I see, Jack. You're blue. You're blue. So why, I don't know what happened. You're blue, Jack. You're blue. So there's a tree right here to the left of me. And there's a big tree branch that kind of runs under this. And I'm hoping I've dropped the minnow because there's turtles everywhere. Right here, and I'm kind of having it hover over the tree branch. Hoping, because I know there's some bass that live under this boat dock that I'm in. Now I'm blue. Yep, you're blue. I made you blue, man. Uh-oh, hang on. Oh, man, I didn't clean this reel. Oh, I had a turtle, fuckers. Damn turtles. So we're going to try something my brother does, which I found crazy, but I guess it works for him. So I'm going to do what he does. He takes one of these big old circle catfish hooks, and he takes his minnows. That's too tall. And he will hook like one, oh, that's a big minnow, two, and even three minnows on the same hook like that. That's what my brother does. He fishes in ponds in Texas a lot, and he swears by this. He's like, no, man. He says, you get minnows, just load them up. Put them on that hook, man. All right. Come on, something that's not a turtle. I rolled over in bed at 2 a.m., put the plug in my phone, to charge it, and in sleep. Then I got brown out from 2. That's funny. Never seen 3 on 1 hooks before. Yeah, that's what he does. He puts a cluster of them, 3, 4, 5 minnows on 1 hook. And he pond fishes in Texas all the time. And I was with him one year. I went down there and hung out with him. And he caught fish. He caught fish. 3 in the house, 3 thumbs up. Appreciating everybody being here. Give us a shout out. Wake everybody up in the world and say, he's fishing again. It's a nice day, man. I just couldn't stay in the house. I know we're going to get bad weather soon, and weather's going to get crappy. Lorelai had to go to work, of course. Her Halloween party is just getting bigger and bigger. So, Arella, are you still there? Checking in on you, see how you're doing there. But it's warm here. That hurricane's getting ready to slam into Florida tonight. And right now, I think it's still a 5. They're saying it may reduce down to a 4 when it hits, but it's going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. We've been in touch all day long with our friends down in Florida off and on, and I got messages even before I came fishing. And they're not even, we got friends that aren't even close to the hurricane, and they are stressed. Everything's shutting down, boarding up, locking up. So it's becoming like martial law in the Philippines, which I guess is probably a good thing. All right, so I put my little bobber and minnow somewhere else. Let's just see what happens. I wish this little lake, damn turtle, how can they see that minnow so damn far away? I mean, that little snack, that damn thing was a mile away. How can he see that minnow so far away? Yeah, you're a turtle, and I caught you and I let you go, you piece of crap. I don't know how they see that minnow. I mean, they swim 6, 8, 10, 15 feet away in this dirty water. How are they seeing the minnow? Now that minnow's pissed. He's like, that turtle tried to kill me. That minnow's pissed. He's like, man, that thing almost killed me. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna get naked later, so everybody be aware of that. If you come to see a naked person, I'll be naked later. I know there's bigger brim and bass that live under this bridge. I just need them to wake up, take my minnow. Not a whole lot of people out here walking. I think there's a lot of kids. I think they're high school kids walking from the high school, maybe walking their way home through the neighborhoods on all the pathways when I first got here. But I think that's all thinned out. There's a few of them hanging out at the picnic table. But for the most part, there's not very many people around here. But it's still early. Traffic was crazy today. I had to run. Oh, I'm getting a bite on the big one. I had to run 30 minutes to go find minnows. I got a turtle on the bobber. But I got something, maybe a turtle, but I got something picking up my minnows bunch, that cluster of minnows. We'll just give it some time, wait and see, I guess. Well, the minnow's still alive out there. I know the turtle's trying to eat it. I'm telling you, the one with the minnows, the cluster, it's getting action. And it's too much of an action versus the minnows themselves moving. You know what I mean? Let me tighten the line a little bit and see what happens. No action yet on the worms. 4 people, the duckster buddy. How are you, Duckster? Oh, see, got another bite on that. I think I got a turtle on this one. The Duckster channel, we appreciate you. Or is that something else? What is that? Is that a snake? No, it's a damn turtle. Uh, yep, I'm fishing for crappie, bro. No, I'm fishing for, oh hell. This one's not gonna go well. Oh shit, and I'm getting a big bite over there, damn it. Where's my assistant? My wife's at work. Lay here, guys. But I'm getting lots of his, and he is hooked, so I'm gonna have to, well, he's not hooked that bad. Stupid turtle. See, something is really interested, and I bet you it's another turtle down there. Dexter, how are you, my buddy? I think I'm gonna cut the hook. I'm gonna try to bring it through. Yeah, boy, that one's gonna be tough. All right, so we're gonna do surgery on this turtle. Meaning I'm gonna cut the shaft of my hook, right? And then I'm gonna pull the hook out like that. So I cut the shaft of the hook to take the eye off, and you pull it back out this way so you don't rip the barb through the turtle's mouth. And you can do that with fish too. But here's the little turtle. Anybody want to do a short and sing a song? Here's my little turtle. She's my friend. I think she's peeing on me. Here's my little turtle. She's my peeing friend. What do you think? Pretty turtle? This one's little compared to the ones I caught the other day. But it's ready to go back in the water. Did you learn your lesson today? Ask the question. Let's ask the turtle. Did you learn your lesson today? Don't eat minnows that don't belong to you. All right, get back in the water. All right, so I got to put another hook on that one. Let me get caught up here. The Duckster channel, saying hi to Jack. Duckster, we appreciate you watching and being here. Charles, hi, y'all. Let's go fishing. Woohoo, danky dang. I just want to see the bobber. The popper, which is what we call a bobber. I'll show it to you in a minute. I've been getting bites on my thing here. I got a feeling it's turtles. I'm gonna check it and see. Bye-bye, turtle. That's right. I'm the turtle master. Yeah, something was dragging it through the brush. Something was messing with it. Let me get this one set back up. Yeah, I think it was turtles. The minnows are all chewed up. But we'll try it again. Because I've caught a lot of catfish out of here. Well, that didn't work. All right, let me get a new minnow. Turtles gotta eat? Well, I didn't see their name on the reservation list, right? They didn't make a reservation. So they ate for free, and I don't know, man. I don't know, we want turtles eating for free. I was hoping, because I've caught so many turtles here now, that if and I've used liver, worms, I've caught catfish off worms. I've caught a lot of perch using worms, and I'm gonna catch some perch here in a minute. that if I brought some minnows, maybe I just might get lucky and catch something good. I don't know. That was my thought. But I got a feeling this little lake's just too polluted with turtles. Too polluted with turtles. But I've caught lots of catfish out of here. Let me get caught up here. Turtles Got to Eat Hurricane is down to category 3. Good, good, good. Danka, you gonna ignore me? You're gonna sue me if I ignore you? All right. Well, Jack's my attorney, so just file the lawsuit with Jack and we'll be in good shape. Here is the bobber. Give me a minute. I got to put a new hook on it because I wanted to not kill that turtle by just ripping the shit out of its mouth. Dynamite is good, Charles says. Never tried it, but I've heard a lot about it. I've actually done some electrical shock on lakes with some environmental people I knew, some buddies at the college. I've done that before. Kind of scary, but it's a lot of fun. Watching those fish pop up, as they're shocked. Let's see. What the hell is that? Oh. I got to take the eye that I clipped off. Danky is saying, people ask me for poop pics. Well, I am very happy for you. If that's what makes you happy, hey, whatever, I guess everybody has their own little fetish. And on this channel, we don't discriminate. We don't discriminate, but we eliminate. All right. How do you like that, Jack? We don't discriminate, but we eliminate. That could be our new slogan. All right, the psychologists say that people who are fixated on poop are people that live in mama's basement, who's never had a woman or a man, and they were not diaper trained very well. They were in diapers until they were at least 12 years old. That's what the psychiatrist says. Good slogan? All right, so now we're back to business. The Duckster channel, I know you like to fish. One of these days, you and I will have to go fishing, man. We will have to get together and go fishing, Duckster. Oh, I was saying, before I got sidetracked it, because it's easy for me to get sidetracked it. I know my wife made sure to send your wife an invite to our Halloween party. She said that she thought she did because she was part of that group or whatever. I don't know what they do. You know how it is, Dexter. But I told her to make sure, and she said she did. So I'm hoping you guys will make it to the Halloween party. Yeah, I'm real, sorry. Yeah, I'm real jealous. You can tell that. But hey, I appreciate you. If you make sure you super chat us, Poopy Pants Boy, the best thing you can do to prove to me how great you are and how wrong I am is give me like a super chat. That would be that would make me feel good. That would impress me. That would tell me that Poopy Pants Boy is the man, the one, the only, the legend. Somebody that we should be honored to have on our channel. Getting a bite. Getting a bite. Got a big parrot. Getting a bite. And I know this one's not a turtle. So what you're telling me is you're too big of a coward to super chat me. That's what it sounds like. But that's okay. Don't feel bad about yourself. What did Dougie says, yeah, that will be nice. I like fishing. Yeah, I thought you and I talked about that. I love to fish. Jack, I think you got that right. Danky Dank, you can absolutely come to our Halloween party. Absolutely. We invite everybody. We would love for you to show up. You just feel free to email me, and I'll give you some contact information, and we'll make sure and hook up. Well, I told you what. All you gotta do is email me. That way, and you know, we can just backtrack your IP address, and we can do a deep dive on you. You know, because it really is gonna depend on what kind of poop you poop. If you're our type of guy or girl, poopy. All right, so yeah, fishing's good. Enough of this poop talk. He can talk all he wants about poop. I got better things to talk about. So, hurricane's down to a 3. They're saying it's going to hit about 2 a.m. is what they're saying in Tampa. We have some friends, we have a lot of friends in Florida that are extremely worried about their property, their houses. But luckily, all of our friends have made it to safety. They made it to safety. I don't know about Kiko's grandkids or his kids or Sanders' kids, but all the people that we know personally, they made it to safety. So that's what's important. Charles, I love to fish. I love to close gears. Oh, yeah, you live close to them. I haven't been there in years, but I've actually been there. I've been there. We're up in northwest Arkansas. So let me fix my hat. Do I look cool in my hat today? In that little fishing thing? So, yeah, we have, up here where we're at, we have Beaver Lake. And to be honest, Beaver Lake is a really bad fishery. They don't manage it for being a fishery. They manage it for energy consumption. And so it's just not very good for fishery. You really got to have a boat to hunt and peck for fish on beaver. I like to fish warm waters where there's a lot of structure and cover, lily pads, grass, stuff like that, man. I love to fish structure. Calling for a 20-foot high storm surge, that's correct. Up to like 100 miles inshore. And that's what I was talking to one of our friends today who's hiding out in Georgia. You know, he told me their house is in the pathway, and it's a 2-story house. And I asked him, well, how tall is your house? And he's like, well, at the peak, it's 25 feet. And he's like, and I said, so you wouldn't have room to crawl up on your rooftop and save yourself? And he's like, no, we wouldn't have room for that. So, Charles, what kind of fishing do you like to do? Are you a crappie guy or catfish or bass or what are you? I really enjoy saltwater fishing, but since, ooh, I'm getting a bite on my worm. Anybody want to bite my worm? Come on, bite it, get it, eat it, take it all. I love the saltwater fish, and we do some trout fishing here. We go up to the White River and trout fish. But for me in the afternoons, Lorelei's at work, I'm home, I go fishing for a few hours to kill time and to try to grow my YouTube channel. And the dam's an hour and 15 minutes away, and the signal's not really good up there. So, and we have parts of Beaver Lake that's only 10, 15 minutes from my house too, but it's a very shallow part of Beaver Lake. So there's no structure or cover. So it's not good fishing. Crappie and walleye is your favorite? Yeah, I love to crappie fish. Absolutely love to crappie fish. Oh, don't tell me. That stinking turtle. So, right, hold on guys. I gotta get up. Don't go anywhere. That turtle dragged me and wrapped me around a tree branch. Hold on guys. Here, I'll let you look out at the water. All righty. I'm back. I'm back in the saddle. All right. I'm gonna need to check my night crawler on my catfishing rod here in a minute. Oh man. One thing they're gonna do, I think in January, is they're gonna stock this lake with rainbow trout, probably 11-inch rainbow trout too, from one of the hatcheries here in Arkansas. I think they stock them in January. And they do it in a bunch of our lakes, all over the state of Arkansas, Charles. I don't know if you knew that or not, but a lot of the lakes will get stocked full of trout. And I'll bring the wife up here and we'll do some fishing. And we got some friends that we're going to take, Filipino friends that we're going to take fishing. I'm going to teach them how to trout fish up at the dam here soon. Ouch. Hang on, I got to get this hooked. So Charles, if you ever need somebody to come down and go fishing with you, just reach out, man. I have fishing pole, I can travel. We're thinking about going down to the Gulf Coast for a few days this Christmas break. And if we do, we're going to try to charter a fishing charter again, because we like to do that. Maybe we can get some of our buddies down in Mississippi to go with us. You know, Henry and Jake and a few other you guys down in Mississippi. Maybe we can charter a boat out of Mississippi and go do some fishing. Doug's sure I love trout, pretty good eating. It is. It's easy to catch up at the White River, real easy to catch. It's fun. The only problem is, you know, it's kind of chilly up there in the winter. And the limit's 5, and there is a slot on them now. I don't remember the number. I think you got to let go 12 through 15 inch. So anything under 12 and over 15 you can keep, if I remember right. If I remember right. Because we go fishing 5 or 6 times a year, trout fishing. And we keep, we always buy a trout stamp. We always buy trout stamps. It's good for the economy and good for the game and fish people to have resources that they need to manage our lakes and rivers. You know, a lot of good spots on Greer's Ferry is nice. And the good thing is my wife loves to fish. And she's become pretty good at it. That's the other good thing that I really appreciate. I appreciate the fact that she's become pretty good at it. When I first started taking her fishing, it was a nightmare. Because I never got to fish. I was never able to fish because I was always fixing her pole or getting the line squared away or this or that or that or this. But since then, nah, she's gotten pretty good at fishing. And she likes to fish. She gets bored easy, of course, but she does like to fish. But I got some friends who mentioned that he would really like to learn how to trout fish. And I told him, oh, I'm happy to do it. And he's like, well, tell me what I need to buy and I'll go buy it. And I said, no, man, look. I have so much fishing stuff that you don't need to buy anything. Just get your fishing license. And if you like trout fishing, if you found it enjoyable, something you and your wife want to do, then you can invest in some poles and some reels and all the stuff you need. But until then, I got so much fishing tackle and rods and reels that if we get visitors, I got plenty. I got plenty of stuff. So he's excited. I think he'll like fishing. He's a younger man, and I think he needs a guy hobby, even though his wife will probably go. He works so much, and he's such a good guy, a good man. I think he needs, we need a hobby, right? We need something to do. And yeah, well, no, it's the other way around. No, my wife's Filipino. You don't understand. No. She gets to eat everything I catch. No. There's so many times I gotta tell my wife, no, we have to throw that back. What? What do you mean throw it back? It swims, we can eat it. Oh yeah, absolutely. I grew up filleting fish. When I was a kid, probably 6, 8 years old, my uncle was teaching me how to fillet crappie and bass and how to skin catfish and the whole 9 yards, so absolutely. But when you get married to an Asian girl, a Filipina, they don't like them filleted. They want to grill them whole or cook them whole. Jack is here, who's in the Philippines. He can tell you that's not how they do fish. And the only good thing I'll say is, because my wife had it her way, everything that we caught, including the minnows I bought at the store today, we would eat. But what I will say, she has learned that she doesn't like freshwater fish. She's not a freshwater fish person. Which is okay with me. because the only freshwater fish I like is walleye and crappie to eat. So she's not really into freshwater fish. And she also would never, ever eat a fish out of this pond or lake because it's so dirty and stagnant. So there's no way that she would eat this stuff. Trout is a different animal, literally, but you know what I mean. Trout are clean, they're in a cold water, all of that stuff. So trout's okay. But anything out of the lake, nah. We're blessed enough to get to travel and go fishing. And we've been all kinds of places fishing. A lot of saltwater fish. And she literally will keep every saltwater fish she can. It doesn't care. If it comes out of the ocean, it's good enough to eat. So, including little pinfish, little bait fish, it's like, yeah, we'll just take it home and eat it. I'm like, all right, whatever. So, well, that's kind of what we do as a husband and wife, Lorelai and I, with the fishing. But she's gotten pretty good. Jack says, I don't like the smell of grilled burnt fish here. Yeah, they like to grill it a lot. They also like to deep fry it too. But I'll tell you a funny story. One of the first times we came out here, we ran into a big Korean family. And my wife is Filipino, as you guys know. But apparently every Asian population there is thinks she's either Vietnamese or Korean or Japanese. They don't know what the hell she is. And so when we travel everywhere, we always get some Asian who will come up and start talking to my wife thinking she's from Korea or Vietnam or Thailand or anywhere else but the Philippines. And we had that happen to us on this little lake here. We were out here, and there is a really nice big Korean family here. They hadn't lived in it. We found out they haven't been here but maybe a year and a half. And the mom had a rice sack that she was trying to put perch in. She was trying to catch the perch out of here so that they could make a big soup. But anyway, the kids came over and asked Lorelai, nice kids, probably 12, 14 years old, 10, 12, 14, I don't know kids well. Came over and said hi to Lorelai and asked her if she was from Korea and if she spoke Korean, because her mom wanted to talk to her. And Lorelai said, no, I don't speak Korean because, well, I'm not Korean. But the kids thought it was funny, and we got to know them a little bit and chatted with them, had some fun with them. But I realized what they were doing, how they were trying to catch fish. And they were using these big old freaking hooks. And they were using chunks of hot dogs. And they were trying to catch perch. That was what they wanted to catch. And they weren't being very successful, obviously. So I took the father and maybe the uncle, I don't know, two of the men and the mother. And I gave them some of my perch hooks, which you saw that I cut on that turtle. Real small. I'm getting a bite of my worm. Real small hooks. And I showed them put just a little bit of hot dog on it or a little bit of worm. And then you can catch these perch quite easily. And they started catching them and doing really well with it. The funny thing was, right before that, I was catching perch, and the Korean mom would come over to get the perch from me because I was giving them the perch I caught. But I thought it was funny because she had no problem handling the fish, stabbing it in the head with a knife, but she wouldn't touch a worm. She wouldn't touch the worm at all, which I thought was really kind of funny and strange, and I'm definitely getting a bite. Is my battery on? I didn't have my battery on, Jack. There it goes, there it goes. Come on. We're going to give it a good chance to take it. We're going to let it bend the rod. But I really like these Korean people that were here. But they were funny because Mama wanted every fish there was. And she would take it and put it in her rice sack. But man, she wouldn't take the the worm creeped her out. So that was funny. Because I offered them some worms. We had plenty of night crawlers. And I said, hey, just use this. It's better than hot dogs. And she thought that was, oh man, that was a riot. Nice people. But I don't know how many perch they went home with a day, but you know, probably 30 to 50, maybe even close to 100, because we were giving them and then they started catching their own. So. And we're definitely getting worms on the bites on the night crawler. I just haven't had anything to take it yet. So I'm hoping. I'll let these people get off the bridge so the line quit shaking. Yeah, so we don't fillet fish, Charles. We were talking about that earlier. You know, I was talking to my somebody the other day about fish, because they eat a lot of fish, but he buys it all. He loves to fish, but he doesn't eat the fish that he catches, unless it's saltwater fish, kind of like us. And he was telling me that, you know, he goes to the local market, I guess, and buys a bunch of fillets, and then they will cook them up for the family, and it gives them some to his kids who are adults, you know. And he catches whatever's on sale, is what he was telling me. Well, I just buy whatever's on sale, and I buy a whole bunch of it. And I'm like, all right, you know. And he's like, that way we have a lot of fillets. And I'm like, well, don't you just buy the whole fish and cook it? And he's like, whole fish? What do you mean? So I told him, he's like, whole fish? Where do you get a whole fish at? I told him, I said, man, just go to the Asian store. You know, you find all kinds of, you know, whole fish sitting out in the ice at an Asian store. You can buy the red snapper, because he was wanting to buy some red snapper. And he was telling me the fillets were really expensive. And I'm like, damn, that is expensive. We buy the whole red snapper for $5.99 a pound here. And so he quite didn't understand that you could go buy fish that was not cleaned and processed and take them home. And I explained to him that at least the Asians I know, oh, he's getting another bite. I'm getting a bite on my minnows. You're going to take it and take it. You're going to run with it, or you're going to not get me to aggravate. So Doug Rister, because, you know, the Asian, and Doug knows this, he's married to a Filipina, that they want to cook the damn fish whole, eyeballs and all. They want to suck them eyeballs out. Yeah, fish soup and the eyeball sucking. I don't do the eyeball sucking, you know. And at an Asian store, at least the ones that we all go to around here, they will process the fish however you want. If you want it, you know, scaled removed, the fins removed, the gills removed, they'll do all of that for free. But a lot of times, my wife wants to do it herself. So she doesn't want them to mess with the fish. She just wants to take it home and deal with it. So I told my buddy, I said, look, just go Google where the local Asian stores are, and you might be shocked. We got 6 people watching us tonight. Thank you. If you're new to the group, please subscribe to the channel. Shout us out to all the friends in the world so we can become YouTube famous. So I can make enough money to buy my wife a fish. Because I'm not catching any at the moment, so I need some money to buy her fish. So, and YouTube loves it when we do comments and thumbs up, so. Instead of bringing home the bacon, I got to bring home the fish. Yeah, it's a, what they do is they just, and Doug, have you ever cooked it? I'm sure you have. I know we've eaten it a lot. I mean, I've liked, the broth isn't bad. But yeah, you know, I just can't do fish stew. And then, because they leave the fish heads in, and then it's like, yum, yum. Who gets the delicacy of sucking out the eyeballs? And I'm like, well, you know, honey, I love you so much that I'm going to let you suck out the eyeballs. How's that? Henry, my friend, how are you, Henry? Good to have you. Oh, I'm shitting getting a bite. If not the turtle, I'm going to murder the turtle. It might be, this one might be a fish. Hold on, guys. Everybody be quiet. It picked it up and took it, right? You guys probably can't see at that angle. So I picked it up. I did this with it. Bent the rod. Let it go. Did it slightly. And now I got nothing. So either he definitely didn't swallow it. But I got a feeling they cleaned the hook. And that's on a worm. Henry, turtle fishing again? Yes. I'm turtle fishing again. I've already caught one. This time I brought minnows with me. And that's even worse. I've gotten more action with the turtles. And I was telling them, Henry, I don't know how the hell these turtles can see this minnow 20 feet away from them. I mean, but man, they can hone in on that freaking thing 30 miles away. I got to get this line to relax in this ultralight. This is one of my favorite ultralights. It's called a Crappie Thunder. Basically what it is you're a lose reel. They call it a Mr. Crappie. But the only difference between this and the non-Mr. Crappie is the color. The exact same reel, same ball bearing, same everything. They just paint it a different color and call it the Mr. Crappie. So you can buy these for about 12 bucks versus the other ones for about $23. So I buy like 6 of these at a time. Henry says, hey, Doug Steer. Doug Stir. Autocorrect, I know. It's a bitch, isn't it? Me too. All right. So we got a lot of action on that worm, so I think it's time we investigate. 6 people in the house. Thank y'all for shouting us out. Yeah, no more worm on the hook. I've been robbed. We've been robbed. It's a beautiful night out, Henry. What's your temp, Henry? Because, eventually we're going to live down by you, so I'm just curious what your temp is. I'm probably going to ask you your weather conditions 900 times or 1,000 times over the days and months. All right. Let me put these away. I like to catch a bass here, but I don't think it's going to. We're in the 70s and sunny, but 82 is nice. I think it got to 82 degrees here today. Crap. Other words, hot. All right, we're going to let that set up. Yeah, it's a beautiful evening right in here. Our good friend Backlash Fisherman's back in the house. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We're out fishing tonight. We're not doing so good, but we're out fishing, having a good time. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate the thumbs up. I've already caught a turtle. I need to find a better spot to fish, but it's kind of hard where we live. For me, seeing that I can't wander around and go hiking anymore. I caught a leaf. Anybody want a leaf? Just got off work. Nice. Work's a bad word on this channel. I think work can be a bad word almost anywhere. This line needs to get some of its memory out of it. That's it. I think that would be I don't know what that is. Maybe a gum tree? So maybe it's gum leaf salad? Yeah, you guys make sure you check out each other's channels if you haven't already done it. We all need help to get to that 100,000 mark so we can have enough money to buy nice things for our wives. That's my goal. 100,000 subscribers so I can buy something nice for my wife. Besides a fishing pole. She doesn't appreciate it when I give her fishing poles. Oh, that is good work. That is good work. I agree. It's noble work. It's hard work. Putting up with the idiots that get in the way of your ambulance, right? You won't yield. I always thought that they should put, what are they called? On a train, how they have that cow pusher thing that's like a V on trains for clearing the tracks, getting the cows and buffaloes off of them. I always thought they should put one of those on ambulances. That way, if they get in the way, you can just part the Red Sea. Going to school to be the EMT, nice. So are you, see there's what, oh, EMT and then paramedic, if I remember my college in. So you can get hired on it as a driver, then as you go to school to become an EMT around here, and then as you become the EMT and start making some money, you can go to school and work on becoming a paramedic, if I remember the order of operation right. Filipina Bai in the house. She is saying hello to everybody. Everybody say hello to her. Henry saying hi from Doug Backlash. Okay, that's right, okay. EMR, EMT basic, and then advanced paramedic. Okay. Jack is saying good morning to you. You know why he's saying good morning? Somebody want to take a guess? He's saying good morning because it's morning time. Still got 7 people. I better check my minnows. I don't feel like I'm getting any love. Oh, I don't think there's any there. I think somebody ate my minnows. Man. Sneaky little cocksuckers. What did I do with my minnows? There you go. Morning time. I always say good morning when it's morning time. I think Lorelei worries that if we lived down like on the Alabama Gulf Coast, or the Gulf Coast period, that she would never see me because I'd be fishing so much. I think she's like, well, okay, but you gotta come home once in a while. Yeah. You think they're storing up for winter? Getting ready to hibernate? Or hunker down? I'm gonna do the trick my brother says that he uses in the ponds in Texas. He puts a whole bunch of minnows on one hook, a big cluster. Oh, there's a nice perch. See, there's the perch now. They're waking up. I see them. Let me get my rod. I'm getting excited. I don't know why. My wife tracks me now, right? I'm sure she does. But if we lived down on the Gulf Coast, I'd be fishing so much I'd probably have 50 different trackers on me. You know? Probably have an iPhone tracker, an iThingy tracker, and tracker on the car, and tracker on the minnow, and she's gonna call later during the live stream, I bet you, and remind me to go home early. Like, no, remember to go home early so that you can get something to eat. Oh, fishing minnows? Yeah. I get them first time, I haven't been able to find any anywhere that was easy to get to. I got them at a place called Southtown Sporting Goods in Fayetteville. My hat's getting messy. Southtown Sporting Goods in Fayetteville. It's right by the mall where the food court is, where the food trucks. Right there at Lake Fayetteville. It's kind of a building, it's been there since the 80s. They got a really cool bait store. They got an old-fashioned bait store. You know, where guys go and hang out in chairs. AF, I am using night crawlers and minnows. No liver today. I couldn't handle all the stink. South Town Sporting Goods. I can't wait to go back. First time I've been in there. Super nice people. Place is filled to the gill with cool stuff. So the next time Lorelai says, you know, can we go shopping? I'm gonna go, yes we can. And I know exactly where we're going. We're gonna go to Southtown Sporting Goods. There's a lot of stuff I want to look at. So I get the minnows there. But up until now, all the bait and tackle stores that used to be around Beaver Lake are gone. Because I guess they couldn't sell enough bait and tackle, I mean hard baits and terminal tackle, to make any money with Cabela's and Walmart, right? And then of course you don't make any money off of live bait. Live bait is kind of a lost leader. It's what to bring people in the door. Well, yeah, it's still there, and they're still going, and they still had a bunch of old people in there talking shit. They got a lot of hunting stuff in there too, if you're into hunting. So, a lot of hunting and fishing stuff. Because Lake Fayetteville has a bait and tackle store. They used to. And they used to sell minnows, but now all they sell is crickets and worms. They quit selling live baits because they were losing money. They were losing money. Why don't they want my worm? I want to at least catch a perch. My worm too deep? Let me look. Raise it up a little. Look, that's a worm, fish. Don't you want that worm? So here's a magic thing, guys. Let me find it. I'm going to use this real quick. I don't want you guys to tell anybody. This is a secret between us. All right? You promise? Everybody promise. You cannot tell anybody. This bait, don't tell anybody. Berkeley Power Bait. These are the wax worms or honey worms. That's what they look like inside. These things, I've caught more trout, more bass, I've caught so many damn fish off of these things in my life. It's unfreaking believable. And I've caught saltwater fish off of these. I've caught my crappie, bad, catfish, a lot of catfish. Oh my God, I've caught a lot of off of these little waxworms. So you've been to the Southtown and the marina, or they're in Fayetteville, pretty nice. Yeah, it was cool. It just, reminded me of one of those cool bait and tackle stores when we were growing up as kids, where you could go and they had all kinds of shit, and you got a couple old people sitting in lawn chairs talking smack, and trying to give advice. Back in 1982, when I was a fishing for trout, why, by golly, we use these things called woolly boogers. And them there woolly boogers were the best gosh dang thing you could find at the time to catch them, one of those type of places. Well, when I met my wife back in 1982, and but maybe that's how we are. All right. Get that set up for entertainment and give it a few minutes and see what happens. You guys want to see the skyline versus me for a minute? I'll let you see the skyline. There's the skyline. They're a pretty good bait. I always catch them. Dinking perch will rob you. Yeah, what I really like about these things, the Berkley power baits, one, I've caught, literally thousands of fish. But you might catch, I don't know, 5 or 6 fish on one bait. And to me, that's a good investment. Oh, maybe they don't like it being suspended tonight. So I think it's a good investment. I literally have caught 3 and 4 and 5 trout on one of these wax worms, these Berkley power bait honey worms. Maybe I'll just kind of let this free float in the water. It is good. It's a good investment. When you can get the good thing about it is, even down in Florida and in the Gulf, I would catch little bitty fish using these wax worms in salt water, right? And then we'd take those and put them on bigger rigs and throw them out. And that worked really nicely. So even in salt water. Yeah, you can feel the sun is setting, getting a little cooler out tonight. About this time is when the catfish kick in at this little lake. Or at least that's what they've been doing about this time. Friend is here. Hi from Friend. Friend, how are you today? Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. We appreciate that. I'm trying to do a little sight fishing. Oh, it's gotten quiet out here. I'm getting action on my worms again. Something's chewing on it. I can tell something's messing with it. I'm gonna work on it real quick. What happened to Miss Young Filipina Bai? She leave us? She go and have better things to do than hang out with good-looking people like us? Yeah, all right, so yeah, she doesn't like us good-looking people, does she, Henry? I got the grease hot. Got any fish yet? No. Thanks for rubbing in my nose, Charles. Thanks, jeez. Nothing yet. Which is really strange. Maybe the water temperature is changing too quickly in this little lake. She probably went live. Live! It's Saturday night! But technically Wednesday, right? Looks like, I wish I had some bologna. Man, I miss bologna. Do you guys like bologna? Who all likes bologna? Tell me. Am I the only person? Ooh. Am I the only freaking person in the world that actually doesn't mind bologna? Especially fried bologna? Am I the only person? My wife won't let me have fried bologna or bologna at all. She says it's disgusting and it's unhealthy. And I'm like, well, so is rice. So what's the difference? So is rice. Rice is disgusting. Or ramen. I like ramen noodles. I love the ramen noodles in the cup. More like gets onto me because I buy a bunch of them. I like the roasted chicken one. I just bought another case when we went to Walmart this weekend. You used to? Now, one case will last me, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Because I don't eat them very often, but I do like them when it's cold out and I want to just simply have something simple. I like them. I don't want to go through all the work. Lorelai has some Asian noodles that we buy at the Asian store that she's finally found that she absolutely just loves. But I don't want to go through all that work of making her noodles. Mine, you just pour hot water in the cup and wait 2 minutes. And you're good. See? All right, good. I know I'm not crazy then. Because I love fried bologna and I love fried spam. I will tell you, if you have never had it, there's some Filipino or Asian brand spam. I got a turtle trying to take my power grub. I know it's a turtle. But I got somebody messing with my worms again. Um, the Century brand or the 5-5 brand, I can't remember what the brands are. Doug probably knows. The Filipino stuff. Where did my bobber go? Love it. It is way better than spam. You know, I mean, it's a lot better. I like it way better than spam. I think one brand is Century, and I can't remember the other brand. But bologna and a fried egg sandwich, absolutely. I like the fried bologna with a little bit of cheese on it and one piece of bread, like a hot dog. You kind of, get a piece of bread and you fry the slice of bologna. And then at the very end, you put a little cheese on it so it melts on the bologna. And then you fold it up in there and eat it like a hot dog or a taco or something. That's good eating. Lechon, yes. I make good pork belly lechon. I'm getting a bite and getting worms. Hold on. Everybody be quiet. Shit. They picked it up and moved it. But it's too gentle to be a fish. I think it's turtles down there doing what turtles do. Mustard? Yeah, I like mustard. I've quit eating ketchup because a lot of the sugar. And since I don't eat ketchup anymore, the weird thing is I can't stand it now. I find it gross. So I really don't like ketchup anymore. But I used to put ketchup on everything. Oh, Doug's saying those are the brands. Um, I know one of the brand is Century, and the other one is something like Chef or something like that. I don't want to say Magic Chef, but that's the DEA spying on us. The Drug Enforcement Administration's tracking us. I already went by us. We're trying to figure out what we're doing. Ooh, I'm getting a bite. I got a good bite. That's a fish, maybe. Come on, take it. That one bit the rod too. And that was more like a strike. Not a, but a real strike. And that was on the minnows, that big group of minnows. Yes, they're keeping me from exceeding my limit. And the DA is making sure that I do the right thing, right? Man, one of these guys got to hit eventually. Man, my minnows are dying already. I'm getting a bite again. Come on. Take it all the way. Come on. Don't be a pussy. Take it all. I'm still getting the feeling maybe it's a turtle. You're not holding my mouth right? That's the old saying, I know. I know. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm not holding my mouth right. I'm gonna have to check them here in a minute, but Doug says, yes, you're absolutely correct. That boy don't know how to fish. He doesn't know how to hold his mouth right. Well, now isn't that why they call it fishing instead of catching? So let me put this over here, and I got to pull this up and check it. Now, I'd really like to cast this right over in there and just see what happens. Let me do that. You guys are good at that? Are you good with me putting that over there? All right, let's check the minnow rod. Oh, bastards. I like that green reel, Mark. Mark, hey, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, I was telling the guys earlier, that's actually a lose reel. And I buy, yeah, it's turtles. But you guys can tell, turtles been eaten. They're a lose brand reel, but they're sold as a crappie reel, like a no-name Mr. Crappie type thing. So they're not, but they're a lose reel. Manufactured, produced by Reels, by Lew's. Lew's? Is that right? Yeah, Lew's. L-E-W. And I looked at the specs, and these are like, oh, I don't know, what did I say, $12 to $14 each, brand new. The Lew's was exactly the same. The only difference is it's not green and doesn't have Mr. Crappie on it. It's like $22, $23. So I just buy the Mr. Crappie one and use it for as my ultralight. And I buy 6, 7 of them at a time and keep them around because I burn through them. I have a tendency, so I use ultralights for everything. Saltwater rigs even, I like to ultralight fish. I like to just, trout fishing, same way. And so that's what that is. But it's a lose reel. Instead of paying, 20 something bucks, you can pay 12 for the exact same reel. And I mean, it's truly the exact same reel. If you look this up and study it, it's the Lew's model number, blah, 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 blah. And then you go to their website, All right, guys. Let's see if we can get a bite. That's not a turtle. So Mark, I know I'm on my scooter today, obviously, always. But I know that the weather's going to be changing, and I'm not going to get to go. When the weather gets bad here, and I mean bad by cold, chilly, my body locks up because I don't do the cold well. And I will be inside for months at a time. The Duckshires channel says I would like to Alaskan and salmon fish. Yeah, as long as it's warm, I would go. But I'd pretty much go anywhere to fish. I think I'm not what you might call a fishing whore. I may not be good at it, but I'm cheap. You know, all you got to do to get my attention is say fishing, and I would be like, what? Half pole will travel. Yeah, it would be. I never caught a salmon. Oh hell, there you go. Take it. Don't be a pussy. You're gonna screw with it, take it. If not, leave it alone. It's a turtle. I'm gonna move it before it eats my food. Because these minnows, I could take home to my wife. I'm not gonna give them to this freaking turtle for free when I can give them to my wife. Let's go to a different part of the lake and see what happens over here. Yeah, they are. Worms are expensive. I paid almost $5 for a box of 18 worms at Walmart. I paid $8 for a dozen of minnows and a box of 12 night crawlers at the Southgate Sporting Store, but they gave me probably, I don't know, 3 to 4 dozen minnows. So they didn't go cheap on the minnows. And again, they probably know that they die, so why do you keep them, right? They're not going to carry over. But I mean, I don't know how long. Well, I guess if you got the right type of holding tank, you could probably keep minnows alive for, just like a fish tank. I would think. Well, Mark, my fishing philosophy is no. You actually want to have a slight current or wind blowing because the fish will position up to save energy, position themselves into the current so the little bait fish come to them. And so if you can drift into the fish through the current or the wind, that's what you want to do. So a very still lake is not actually good. I don't think. But I'm not an expert or anything, but that's what I think and believe. That when I go fishing, normally, especially on rivers and creeks, I'm always looking for eddies and currents, and an eddy's a back turn, if you don't know, where the water kind of gets in a whirlpool thing. I look for those because then I know there's a current, there's movement, there's bugs, aquatic insects, and bait that's going in and around there. And the fish will position up where they can attack it and go back, attack and go back. And so ideally you want to get in there, boom, and get that fish. If you're sight fishing for bass in a lake like Lake Fort down in Texas that's full of brush and is known for gigantic bass, then a calm water is nice if you're sight fishing, because you got to be able to see. But there you basically just using different jigs or plastics, and you're getting in the brush and you're pissing them off until they bite. There's anyfin. Anyfin! Charles says, I have a aerator bait box for minnows that works great. Yeah, I have one too. I just didn't bring it. I don't know where it is. It's in the garage somewhere. So I think my wife used it to transport one of her fish tank fish, and I don't know where it went from there. Any fish, the question on the table, and you're a young expert, looking like a pro. I look good, right? Hey, buddy, I may not be able to catch shit, but at least I look the part, right? But to be honest, this is all for my convenience. I have everything I need literally on me. So I don't have to go and get, I got everything I need on me. That's why I wear like this, and I like it, and I've been doing it for all my life. But the question on the table, Anyfin, since you're here, was do you think a glass lake, a still lake, is better, or one that has a current or wind happening? Which is better fishing? Mark says your battery is charged today and you turn off while fishing. Mark, it's off. It's off. But thank you for reminding me, hours late. But yes, my scooter battery is off, my mobile scooter. The funny thing we found, because when I go fishing, I keep forgetting to turn it off, that after a while it starts to beep and reminds me that it's been on too long without being in motion. So it yells at me, and then I remember to turn it off. But someday I'm going to get a good scooter. I'm going to get one that can actually handle going outdoors. This one's not quite an outdoor scooter, so I take an ever-loving beating in it. And this thing, I'm getting to the point, as much as I appreciate it, it doesn't have much of a life left. I can tell it's starting to not be a happy scooter. So Anyfin says, grew up doing that too. I prefer current or wind. Thank you. That's what I said. Calmness makes them skittish. That is correct. And I also talked to them kind of about how with the current or wind, how the fish like to position up where the aquatic insects will be brought into them so they can ambush and or bait fish. So this little pond has no current whatsoever. It has no outflow, no inflow. So it's not, it's just close to my house. Trout fishing here is an hour and 15 minutes from my house. And so right now, this time of the year, by the time I get up there after Lorelai goes to work, I would probably get to fish an hour before I got to come back. Yeah, you want to fish into the wind, that's it. You want to take advantage of the environment that you have. That's like if you're deep sea fishing or saltwater fishing on the piers, you want to position up, or hopefully you're where the fish are. Now the fish are positioning themselves facing into the wind because they want the product, the food, to come to them. So just, that's it. But there's very little wind today. This is a very mild, and this lake is sheltered, this pond, it's not a lake, it's a pond. But we've got a lot of bites tonight. We got a lot of turtle bites. I've caught a lot of catfish out of here and a whole lot of perch. But tonight I'm not having much luck of anything besides turtles. Mark, yeah, right? Yeah. Boy, I tell it, man, don't get me started, Mark. Don't get me fired up, buddy. Don't do it. Don't get me fired up. So, but you're right. I do need a new scooter, though. I mean, I hate to admit the fact that I'm disabled. It depresses me and makes me sad. But if I want to be able to enjoy my life, sometimes we got to humble ourselves and realize that we're not 25 anymore. And as much as I hate it, that's kind of where I'm at in life. I don't want to sit home and be miserable. I want to get out and enjoy life. And if it means I got to look stupid on a scooter, then I'm going to look stupid on a scooter. So, but what do I know? But yeah, I'd like to have a new scooter. I need to get a corporate sponsor, maybe. Maybe somebody can hit up one of the scooter manufacturers and says, hey, because I've been looking at them, and I know this is being selfish of me, but we travel a lot, which we're very blessed to get to do, because I know a lot of people don't get to travel. But we like to travel. We like to go places. We like to go outdoors. But we also like cruise ships. And so the honest fact is, when it comes to a mobility scooter, I need two of them. I need one that you can take on a plane easily, so that you can get around airports and around cruise ships. They got to have a very tight turning radius, about 22 inches, versus this thing has like a 60-inch turning radius. Horrible. And then the other one we need is one that's actually designed for the outdoors. This one is not. It's designed for the indoors, but not for traveling easily. And the outdoors ones, there's I can't remember the brand, whether it's Bright or what it is, but there's one they call like the Baja, and it has shocks and bigger tires, and they have Nerf tires on it, so you can get traction. And it has a light and a charging port for your phone. It's definitely designed to be sturdier, go a little bit off-road. I'm not saying you're going to go mountain climbing with it, but you know, you can get off the beaten path. But yes, somebody owes me a pork belly. You got that right. That's good, Mark. Thank you. Because I don't like it. I don't like it, to be honest. Not that there's anything wrong with being disabled. Let me get that out there. I'm not saying that if you are disabled that you suck or something. I just find it to be miserable. I don't like being disabled. I just don't. I wish I could do all the things that, I used to be able to do and not have to ask for help and get pity looks, you know. So, you know, I don't like people to take pity on me, I guess. That's my deal. I definitely don't want people to feel sorry for me. And the other thing I always say is, Mark, there's always somebody who's worse off than I am. I feel bad about using handicap parking spaces because I know there has to be somebody who is worse than I am. And so a lot of times I feel bad about that. I really do. I feel guilty. I'm like, man, I know that there's so many people that have it worse than me. But there's days you just got to take advantage of it, I guess. And Mark, what I've tried to do, to be honest, I guess part of what I'm trying to do with this channel and why I talk about being disabled and having to use a mobility scooter and all the stuff that we do is because I would like to advocate for people who do have health issues not to give up on life. Because, I've told you guys, you all know the stories. Nobody in here too new. You guys all know that I was dead 4 times. I lived in a coma, blah, 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 blah. So I definitely have had things worse, really bad. So being disabled is not the end of the world, and that's something I've had to come to terms with. Mark says, no pun intended, you and I are in the same boat. Yep, but we don't have a boat, Mark. I wish I had a boat. I don't have a boat. You got a boat, Mark? Mark, if you got a boat, I'm coming to visit. Anybody who wants to take me fishing, you just say so. I'll be there. Might have to get permission from my wife, and that's going to take me a little bit, but But I want people to, and I'm not trying to say I'm an inspiration or any bullshit like that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just like, I don't know. It's just, I just don't want to be miserable sitting at home every day of my life. And I want to try to encourage other people to be and do the same. Because one thing, I've learned is my disabilities or my weaknesses or my challenges, whatever, is a bigger hardship on my wife than probably me. Because when we travel, she has to worry and take care of me. One, to make sure that, how far we got to walk, I can do it. That there's a place for me to sit and rest. All of these things my wife gives forethought to. Is there going to be, is it going to be too hot, too cold? Is it going to be comfortable? Because she knows my back's bad. Blah, 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 blah. My wife goes through this everywhere we travel, everything we do. She thinks about these things. So part of what I'm trying to teach everybody is this mobility scooter allows me to get out and about more, but the honest truth, it makes my wife's life easier because with this, I can run around at Walmart, do what we need to do, and she doesn't have to worry about it, so to speak. If we go to the zoo, we can spend the day at the zoo, and she doesn't have to worry about me. So that's where the bigger issue comes into play for me. If I wasn't married, I would probably not have this, and I would just be miserable at home. But knowing how this affects my wife, that it really helps her to enjoy our life together, not just my life, but her life together, our life together, that I guess it's kind of worth me giving up or sacrificing, my image. Because, we're men. We don't want to show weakness, or at least I don't. I don't know about all you guys. But I'm not a fan of showing that I'm weak. And one thing I'll say is, Mark says the live streams are uplifting and helpful for many of us. Well, thank you, Mark. That makes me feel good. I appreciate that. I really do. I try to be somewhat entertaining. I try not to take life too serious on the live streams. I come from a background where I'm a very serious person, and I am. I'm a very serious person. I'm a very highly productive person in my past. But that's in my past. And one thing I've learned for somebody with my personality who was a go-getter or somebody who liked to go, 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 even though I'm fat back then and now, I still like to go, 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 and do. And my brain still wants to be active. It still wants to experience. And, you know, and this is going to sound really crappy, but if you're somebody who's, I want to say these words, low functioning versus high functioning. And I'm not saying low functioning is a bad thing. What I'm saying is, it's somebody that doesn't need much brain stimulation, that they don't need much out of life. So if you're that type of person, then maybe being disabled and sitting home and doing nothing is okay. My sister was that way. Without question, oh, I'm getting a bite. My sister was that way. She literally was a very low functioning person. I'm getting another bite. Oh shit. All right, finally caught a fish. So my sister was extremely a low functioning person. And that was okay. That was her. She didn't want to have an experience. She was perfectly happy coming home, turning on the TV, eating, and that's it. That was it. That was what made her happy. So that's what she did. There you go. The biggest fish in the world, right there. It's a trick of the camera that I'm really this big. This fish is really 30 or 40 times bigger than me. Turtle soup? No, it's perch soup. So my sister was a very low functioning person. And I'm just not that away. It's one of the things that caused a lot of depression for me in the Philippines, that we just sat around and did nothing so much. There wasn't enough to do. We should have bought a business. We should have bought a resort and just managed it and ran it, and that would have gave me something to do. But sitting around doing nothing, not my thing. And that's partly why I started the YouTube channel, 4 years ago. We've been doing this 4 years now. And I started it as a way to teach. And of course, of course, nobody wants a teaching YouTube channel. Nobody gives a crap. So that didn't work out. So nobody wants to have in-depth conversations about things, right? We just want to be entertained. So we truly don't want to know and have deep discussions. We'd rather just be entertained. But I try to share knowledge. That's why I've done immigration visas, travel visa, videos, immigration, you name it, I've tried to do it. In order to teach and to understand. Because I believe when you teach, you also learn. And I love to teach, but I love to learn more importantly. So that's kind of why I did this. And I enjoy it. We've traveled a lot. We've got to know a lot of great people. We've met a lot of you guys. We've met a lot of our subscribers. And I've been very impressed by it. I've learned a lot from a lot of you guys. And we've had a lot of great discussions. And I like that. So, and now I've decided that I should try to actually do a good job with YouTube. I should try to turn our channel into something productive. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to build our channel. I'm trying to grow it. I'm trying to be honest, to turn it into a little bit of a side hustle. So maybe I can make things a little nicer for my wife in life. And that's it. Catch and release today, every day. Catch and releases every day. It's a good thing I put my bug spray on earlier. Man, there's 50 million mosquitoes out here right now. Turtle soup from Henry. I sure would like to catch a fish. So that's kind of what I do. But I want to learn from you guys more. I like having conversations. I like it when people tell me things. We can have a difference of opinion. Absolutely, 100%. We don't have to agree. But that's how you learn, guys. That's how you learn, man. And there's a bunch of YouTube channels that I really like. I watch all the Filipino channels, or as many as I can. I watch the Port of Miami channel, where you watch cruise ships going in and out of the Port of Miami. For some reason, I find that one fascinating. I like to watch the YouTube channels where they're mowing the grass. I find those fascinating for some reason. I do like watching cooking channels like the Dougsters channel. I just sit there when I watch cooking channels and go, I can do that better. I could do better than that. No, that's not the way to do it. You got it too hot. No, that's not the way, Doug. You know, that's what I do when I watch cooking channels. So, did you fish at Pearl River here in Mississippi? No, but Henry, I'm going to because you're going to invite me down sometime and we're going to go fishing there. We're going to go fishing. We just got to convince Lorelei that it's okay. Here's another fish, by the way. See how big that is? This is a 24-pound largemouth blue speckled finned gupalapa fish. That's what this is. It's a very rare fish. 24 pounds. No, we fished in the bay. Is where the only place I fished is in the bay, in Mississippi, Mobile Bay. You know, we fished, Bay St. Louis, and down over by Gulfport, and that's it. That's all we've done in Mississippi. Is the Pearl River all freshwater, or is it partial saltwater, freshwater, brackish water? Oh shit! Is it brackish water or fresh? Young Mr. Sanders, hi there, fisherman. Good to have you here, buddy. We appreciate you. Thank you for the thumbs up as you came in. We appreciate that. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, please do. Because remember, if you don't have 100,000 subscribers, you need help getting there. And we all need the help getting there. Because we all want to buy our wives nice gifts. Ooh. That was a fish that came up there. That was a big fish. Probably weighed 40 or 50 pounds. I saw it with my own eyes. Man, I saw that with my own eyes. It had to be a 40 or 50 pound fish, guys. I'm not lying either. I know you're thinking I am. I'm not. I wouldn't tell fish stories. You know, I mean, the last catfish I caught out of here was like 114 pounds. And I proved it by showing everybody. Let's change this up a little bit. I wouldn't lie. Sounds like we're in the Philippines. I hear hundreds of dogs barking off that way somewhere. Sanders, how was your day at work? Did you have a good day at work, my friend? How are the kids and the wife? So Henry, all you got to do is plan us a trip, convince my wife it's okay to allow me to leave the house, which is going to be the hard part. And or maybe we can do it over Christmas break. She's going to take a few extra days off over Christmas break, I think. Is what we're going to try to do. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We may go hang out in Texas for a day or two. It's only going to be a few days. We need to run down to the Gulf because we like the Gulf, but short on staff. You need me to come down and help you guys out? I can do it. I can be there at 6 a.m. in the morning. I can do it. I can be the leader of the pack at 6 a.m. Family is doing good. Grandkids are doing okay. Good news. I know you've been concerned about that because that damn hurricane is going to be a monster. And It doesn't seem like at this point any of us can do a damn thing about it. So, but hold on, you know. But I'm glad everybody's doing good. I really am. I'm just hoping, you know, that it won't be as bad as we all think it's going to be. Um, a little bit more worm on. Let me clean my hand. Oh, I hear an owl. Probably over in that tree staring at me. I mean, are you guys, young Sanders, are you guys short of staff because you need to hire people or because people's not showing up for work? Because everywhere I look around here, man, we have jobs everywhere around here. They may not pay great, but we have jobs around here. If you want to get a job, you can get a job around here. It may not be the best paying or the one that you want, but if you need a job, man, we got jobs. Ah, I got you. Well, Lorelai was going to take Friday off before her Halloween party, but they won't let her. So she's got a bunch of her Filipino friends coming over that Saturday early to decorate the house for this Halloween. Well, that owl's getting mad at me. To come decorate our house for this Halloween party that was supposed to be nothing but a little bit of food. You hear it? Can you guys hear that owl? Oh, shut up. Oh, now he's not going to say anything. Did you hear it that time? Which one are you talking about? The bird or the fact that these girls are going to come to our house and decorate it? It is too calm. And there's no current, there's no wind, there's no anything. Can't tell if that's a bullfrog or not. Both. So we're going to do a big live stream on Saturday the 26th for the Halloween party. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but we're going to do a live stream. And I'll probably have it set up to where you guys can watch the party. And I'll try to check the chat as much as I can, but I might have to get people like Henry and stuff, Mark, anybody who's willing to help keep the chat going and answer questions and talk to people. Because I know I'm going to be, yeah, come on up. No, we'd love for you to come up, Henry. I told Lorelai that you're coming up. And she's like, oh, cool. So come on up. But when we do the live stream, I'll set it up in the house so we can kind of get a wide view of the house, of the interior. And I'll just let the live stream run. I'll try to use my iPad to keep up with the chat and to entertain, but I'll be busy doing other stuff. I found out today they're apparently giving away a prize for the best costume now, which I think is going to be funny because only half the people coming said they're even going to wear a costume. But they're giving away a prize, I guess, for the best costume. So they're trying to get all excited about their party, and I guess they are. I've ordered we probably have spent $200 on decorations. I got a smoke machine order from Amazon. Deviled dogs. Oh, deviled eggs. What? Oh, my wife is messaging me things that she wants for the party. She's probably listening. You listening to the party, to the chat? She just sent me a thing talking about deviled eggs. Maybe she's going to do deviled eggs for the devil. But eggs are $5. No, $3.98 a dozen. I don't know, Arlie. I don't know if your friends are worth me spending $10 for eggs after they stole my pork belly. She's going to try to set you up with somebody. It could be. I'm not for sure if there be single women there or not, but I know a lot of them know single women. But I don't know there's, the only single woman I know for sure will be there would probably be the one that you would not want to be set up with. And we've talked about that one. So, but you never know. A lot of the girls here know girls everywhere. So, but we'd love for you to come. We love having people and meeting our, Henry and I've already met. We've broken bread before. So, but anybody else in the area, I know the Dougster is going to be coming. Him and his wife are coming. So I know that. I know there's a few other YouTubers, small YouTubers, smaller than me, around here that are coming. But there'll be a lot. I don't know how many people's coming for sure. Anywhere from probably 30 to 50. $30 to $50. Might head outside then. Well, I'm gonna have propane. I gotta go buy it this weekend. And we'll have the outdoor fire pit. There we go. I'll have the outdoor fire pit going. And, you know, they're decorating the house. We got a smoke machine, all kinds of weird decorations coming. Like I said earlier, they've decided they're going to be giving an award for the best costume. So some of the girls are going to come all dressed crazily. So that's going to be fun to see that. The funny thing, guys, whoever's still here, who's all here, will be the fact that if any of the girls come all dressed sexy, the next day, all the girls are going to be talking about that girl. Oh my God, can you believe she wore blah, blah, blah? You know what I mean? So that's going to be a funny part of it. What's wrong with my rod here? I got tangled up from a fish. It's getting too dark. I can't really see anything. I'm going to be heading in here in a minute. One more cast over there with that, and I'm going to reel it in. Not going to get anything here. And let me get this bigger rod in. Oh, that was cleaned off anyway. Ooh. I know you guys didn't see it, but there's that owl. That owl's back, and he's up above me, right here in that tree. Focus real hard, right there. You see that little dark spot? See if I can do my rod tip. No, you guys can't see my rod tip. Right there, not this one. This one right there, that's where that owl is. And he's big. He's a big old boy. Wow, I know you, can I zoom in? I dropped it. There he is. See him? That's that. Man, I'm not doing too good trying to get that bird in there. And one more time. Wrong tree. Let me get up here. That's him right there. That's an owl that's hooting at me. And I mean, he's a nice big one. Nice big owl. All right, let me get us set up for the travel back. So I'll take you with me on my way to the car in case Bigfoot comes out and tries to kill me. You guys will be my witness that I got eaten alive by Bigfoot. I guess that would be one way to go viral, right? If you got eaten by Bigfoot. Let me get my phone snapped in here, Henry. Got a feeling you're probably the only one still around. Nobody else loves me, Henry. Everybody's going out and checking out the girls. Like, we don't want to see that fat guy not catching fish anymore. We'd rather go see the girl. Let me get this fixed. All right. Let me get this other pole in because it's done. Good. Sanders is still here. He'll be a witness for me getting eaten by Bigfoot. At least he cares about me. Appreciate that. You know. I need to dump out my minnows, and I think I'm almost ready to start heading towards the truck. I need to clean my knife. I need a really good fishing knife. I mean, a really good, I don't know, something that, like a multi-tool. I need a really good multi-tool fishing thing that I can use. The one I have is a cheap one from Cabela's, like $5. And it's not very easy to use. I have a really good fishing knife in my tackle box, but it's a big knife, it's an 8-inch. No, it's a 9-inch blade. So that one, isn't gonna do me any good. All right, here's the collapsible. I know you guys can't see because it's dark. But here's the question, how the hell do you dump the minnows out? Like that, maybe? I don't think I did that very well. You guys would be shocked. I got minnows and myself everywhere. Any minnows? No, it worked. Well, kind of. Well, there's going to be something that's going to come and eat these minnows, both in the water, because some are alive, some are dead, and some I spilt that are right out here on the pavement or the dock. But they're dead. I'm going to leave them. Maybe a bird will come and eat them. Maybe that owl will come and eat them. And I'm telling you, I don't know how big his wingspan was, but it had to be at least 6 feet, my size. All right, do we got everything? Let's back up and verify that we got everything. Leave no trash behind, just old bait. I'm going to turn my light on my phone so I have a little bit of driving light. It's starting to get chilly out here. Come on. My rods are a mess. It's Halloween, Jack. It's Halloween. And tomorrow night, Thursday night, we're going to be live at home. I'm going to do our live stream from home. Let me back you guys up. We don't need to see that bird anymore. Come on, Scooter. Come on, little Scooter, you can do it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That didn't work too well. Hang on, I made a boo-boo. I'm gonna have to fix that when I get home. It's too knotted up now. All right, boys and girls, we ready? Watch out, vampire turtles. Yeah, no shit. Someone, yeah, they're gonna eat my bait, I'm telling you. Maybe that owl will come down and eat it. All right, guys. See, there's a picnic table. That's where a lot of people hang out, do crack, you know. So here's the problem. Let me lower the camera a little bit because I need to see the ground a tiny bit. That's where we're going. You see the tip of the rod? We're going that way. So if you see something big and hairy jumping out that doesn't look like me, let me know. See, here's the problem with this scooter. I mean, you just take a beating on this. I mean, it is, even though it's paved with asphalt, Jesus Christ. Ouch. I ran into a pothole. How fast am I going? You guys ready to speed up? Oh, no, we can't speed up here. If I speed up too, there's another picnic table where they do crack. If I spill shit, I'm going to crash. Fuck. Man, who's driving this damn thing? I want to know right now, who's driving this damn thing? There's a little bench that you can sit on and fish right here. And this isn't a bad spot. Maybe I'll fish here someday. It's not a horrible spot. And whoever's driving this damn scooter needs to do a better job. Been drinking, yeah. Well, that's the problem. These wheels are too small for these not concrete floors like in a mall. These wheels are way too small, and the scooter itself is too low to the ground, so you get high centered a lot. So I got to go around all of these shit cracks and bumps in the road. And you get high centered. The frame of this scooter, that's what I mean. It's starting to take a beating. I can tell the motor's starting to wear down too. It's not as powerful as it used to be. So, oh, we got somebody e-biking this late night. So yeah. Now this part's a little bit smoother. John's in the house, John. But see, there's like, I know you guys can't see very well, but look, there's a little path right here. I'll show you. That's part of the trail system, so you could go this way if you want it. But that takes you far, far from my truck. In this area right here, whoa, shit, slow down, you damn driver. Used to be a road, and this is the bridge they built up and over the floodplain area. So, how are y'all? Good. Now we're going down the hill we're over a big floodplain right now. You can see there's traffic off in the distance. Man, it's starting to get cold out here. Don't tell Lorelai I was outside when it's cold. Lorelai gets mad if I'm in the cold. Well, I get mad if I'm in the cold. But she really gets pissed if I go out in the cold without a coat on or socks, because I'm not wearing socks. Here's another bridge. We're almost there. So what other YouTube channel do you guys get to have an experience like this? Can you name one other YouTube channel where you get to have a cool experience like this and you don't even got to pay for it? Man. I could crash us into that bridge and you wouldn't even care. One of these days, so I'm on a trail system, as you can see. You see, this is a painted divided line, right in front of us. See here? This is a big white concrete. Here's the deal. This has to loop around. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you see that light post in the distance? That's kind of where my truck is. So this grass right here is a big hill, big grassy area. And one of these days, I'm gonna drive right through there on this scooter and see if I survive. Just not today. I wanna go off-roading off that hill so bad, it's unbelievable. Dr. Harry and the Hendersons. Didn't like you catching pet turtles. No shit, Bigfoot's gonna come out and whoop my ass. So, Duxter, you probably know this area. This is Lake Springdale, is where we're technically at, is Lake Springdale. Guys, see the moon? Let me show you the moon. There's the moon. Anybody see any vampires? Oh no, werewolves, right? It's werewolves that come out. It's not a full moon though, is it? See, this scooter it needs a headlight really bad. And the new scooters, the non-cheap Chinese ones, they have brake lights and headlights and shit. This thing doesn't have anything. Like I'm alive. I've fallen off of this thing 3 or 4 times. I've crashed it. Well, if he's behind me, he's awful quiet. I've seen a lady on a broom. Nice. Mark says Bigfoot has a slower scooter. Yes. He has a slower one. This is the fastest mine goes. It's still faster than the Walmart scooters. That's the good thing. All right. I'm here to the truck, so you guys, I'm going to let you hang on. I'm going to stay live, so don't get off yet. I'm going to load my truck up, put you, and I'll take you with me on the way back to civilization. There's somebody in a Corvette who thinks he's cool. Oh, well. The truck would outrun his Corvette until he started it. So, probably the fast car, but my 2008 Dodge Dakota will whoop his ass. Man, I'd take him out in a heartbeat. The Skinwalkers? Yeah, I love Skinwalkers. I really do. I love Skinwalkers, guys. See, there's an exhaust, and he doesn't even know it. It's okay because this car has a big exhaust leak. Man. Sounds like he has an exhaust leak, right? What it sounds like to me. Not that I'm jealous, because I would never want to own a Corvette. I'm not a Corvette guy. All right, boys and girls. Here, I'll show you the neighborhood real quick. So here's the parking lot. Here's the inside of the bed of my truck. Let's check for Bigfoot. No Bigfoot. All right. I'm going to put you guys right there for a couple of minutes. I'm going to show you guys, let me show you the Corvette's low to the ground or my scooter. Here's my scooter. I'll show it to you guys. So this is the little Chinese scooter that I keep talking about. See those little bitty wheels? It's a wonder it's not missing chunks out of them, because I've crashed so many times. And then it has one front wheel, right? Has a little basket. Comes off like this. Let me put that in the truck. Here, and I'm gonna do a donut for you. You guys hold on. We're gonna let that guy leave. Whew. So let's go over here. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys so you know about mobility scooters. So here's a parking spot, right? So I'm right in the center of a parking spot. Here's what you don't want. Let me turn it down so I don't flip it. But you see how wide this thing turns? You don't want that. And this one is one of the wider ones. You need it to be able to do about half of that. The wider they turn, the worse they are. I need to get one someday. You do. I'll ship you this one. If you buy me a nice new Baja one, I'll ship you this one. So, but this one, even though it's a one-wheel scooter, see, one wheel, it doesn't, see how will that wheel look? And I looked at it because I was trying to see if I could figure out how to make it turn sharper, but it can't. The Pride ones will turn to be almost, what would that be, I don't know, 0, 60, 90 degrees angle. So they will come all the way around. But this cheap Chinese one doesn't do it. So, and this is the little device I use on my scooter right here. It mounts like this. It's a clamp, and I love this thing. It's a clamp on to anything, And this is an additional piece that holds your phone. And they're all metal because I have a tendency to tear up and break the plastic ones. So I bought this, and this is one of the best things I ever bought for YouTubing. And I take this everywhere and love it. Absolutely love it. So now what I got to do with this scooter is you got to take the seat off. Ugh. I'm going to take the seat off. Maybe you guys can see. All right, and you see? So, maybe you guys can see me. So I took the seat off because I'm going to show you the whole thing in a minute. Extra bottle of water. Always got to bring extra bottles of water. So, this has a battery. So here's what the seat, but here's the battery. And you got to kind of push this like this and pull up on it, and it bites you. It will kick your ass. So I put the battery on the tailgate. What price range scooters? Well, Mark, I'll tell you, right now, I saw that Walmart.com has been selling some scooters as low as $600. Some a little bit cheaper. So Walmart.com has been selling scooters now, and they got some pretty good deals. Now, keep in mind, I don't know the brand. But they could gotta pick it up like this. Slide it in. Make sure the battery's secure. So I'll show you. So that's how this one folds down. And that's with the seat off. If the seat was on it, I couldn't get it in there. But the Mark, the brand that I know and trust, that would be identical to like this one or like what Walmart's selling for $600. The Pride mobility scooter, which is the best brand. Let me turn you guys around. Hold on. The best brand that's out there was kind of like the Pride. It runs $1,000. You can get one that looks identical off Walmart.com for about $600. I don't know if it has the exact same specs. Let me get you in your cradle. Hold on, guys, because I'm going to take you with me. Whew. All right. Find my keys. So, Henry says I never used his. Hang on.
Video mode. Recording started.
Duckster's heading out. Thank you. Appreciate you. We did. We caught all of them. Caught every fish in the water, buddy. I appreciate you. What was I saying? So the Pride Mobility scooters, which is the benchmark, they run about $1,000. Walmart is selling the same thing for about 600, but it's not a brand I've never heard of. Just like mine is a cheap Chinese knockoff. I'm not saying it's bad, because we've had pretty good luck with this, but for me, it's just not the right scooter. Now, I will tell you, there's two scooters that I like. One for traveling, and it's about $2,300. It's a branded one. It's designed for traveling. It's about $2,300. The one that I really like for outdoor stuff like this, it's called the Baja. I think it's a Pride if I remember right, but its model is a Baja. It has shocks, lights, everything in it. They run about $3,200, but it's a much beefier, heavy-duty scooter. You don't travel with it. You would need to put it on one of those platforms and put it in your receiver hitch to move it, or a van or something. It weighs like 300 pounds. This thing with the battery in it only weighs, with the battery, 70, 75 max. But yeah, I think that's about right. But the Baja weighs 300 pounds. But it has a big, beefy steel frame and shocks and everything you can imagine. So those weigh a whole lot more, and you got to factor that in. So I'm going to take you on my road trip. You guys want to see the road? Nah, it's too dark. You can't see anything. Let's see. Mark says, yeah, you'll need a wheel ramp for the truck. That's correct. All right. I'm going to be driving here and try to read at the same time. It's dark out. Doug saying goodbye. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you, Dougster. See y'all. Here, I'll show you where our driving. Maybe you guys would like the driving part better. So now we're on the road. But that's my thing is, I'm torn between, maybe the knockoffs are pretty good. This one's good. It's just not the right one for me. It's too small. The seat's too short. I want one that has a seat that can go up to about between 18 and 22 inches, which is normal chair height. This one is at 15 inches, but it comes from China. So maybe they make it, and there's no adjusting it. So maybe they make it, for shorter people. So it really hurts my back and legs when I ride in it, because I'm sitting too close, my ass is too close to the ground, and my knees are stuck in my chest. So that's the problem. And so that's something to consider. How tall are you? How wide are you? And how do you like your feet to sit? And those are very, very important things to me. Something I've learned. You guys want to go see JB Hunt's corporate office? You want to go see it? I'll take you to go see it. If I don't kill this guy right here. I think I know where I'm going. We're going to take you to where Bigfoot lives. So, okay, Jack, we will see you. Take care, everybody. Green light, let's go. I think that's great. I appreciate that. Appreciate it more than you know. So those are the things to think about with the scooters. Also, the tiller or the steering apparatus. You have to kind of decide what you like, what feels good to you. Do you like the throttle, or do you like a lever, or do you want to use your thumb? How do you want to control the scooter? That's really important. But the bigger issue is sitting in it. So you want to be able to sit comfortably. So that's where I'm at. I would really like the Baja one that weighs 300 and something pounds for going fishing and to outdoor places. And then of course the other one that's really great for traveling on airplanes and cruise ships. So but that's a lot of money. And I can't see dumping, $2,300 for one and $3,500 for another one. You know, it's just hard to justify all of that stuff. But that's all right, right? I mean, you know, you can only do what you can do in life, and we try to do the best we can. So you got to be really careful in this part of the country, because this is where the bad people live, down in here, down in this hollow. I mean, this is, I mean, you get killed down here. Mark, take care. We will see you soon, buddy. All right, everybody, appreciate you. See ya.